Konnichiwa, yahoo! Hi everyone, I missed you all. I hope everyone's having a good night. I am so sorry. So sorry for how long it took me. I have no excuses. No, I was I was getting ready at 27 or 28, and I was like, finally gonna do it. I'm gonna be on time and it's gonna be great. And then I proceed to start the stream, and a loading bar pops up. And when I tell you that this loading bar was not moving, so I was like, at first I was like, this is only gonna be a few minutes, it won't be different. It's gonna be like all the other streams where I'm just like 6 minutes late. But it wouldn't move. So I started, I was like, I think it, like, if it takes like 10 minutes, it'll be fine. And there we were, 10 minutes later, the bar had moved 30%. And I was like, so I did. So I rescheduled it. I rescheduled the stream for like 50 instead of 30. I figured 20 minutes would be good enough. I'm actually really surprised that it was good enough by 50, because it was moving slow. It was the slowest loading bar I've ever seen, and I've never had that happen before. But I'm glad that I'm here now. No cold drinks today. I've been kind of lacking on the cold drinks, because like a week ago I would be like, I had a pink milk coconut drink today with coconut blobs in it. And then what the dog doing? I was like, I should have read that with more emphasis, but I got to do you guys like the new chat settings? I was messing with it. I hope it looks cool. But yeah, I would be like, I had a pink milk coconut blob drink today, or I had a matcha drink today, or I have a lemon drink today, or like flippin' angel sweat. And now I'm just like, I have water and I drink the heck out of it during the stream and everybody can hear it. I felt kind of bad, like putting the not even putting maybe karaoke in the title, but I was sure that somebody was tired of the maybe karaoke's. Yeah. Do you guys like I know we talk about food a lot, but we have not touched on boba tea. I think we touched on it briefly, but the focus, that was a subtopic. The main topic was chicken tenders. And chicken tenders, chicken fingers, burgers, fries, and yeah. I think did I go in depth on boba tea? Do you guys like boba tea? I was like, I don't mean to flex, but I was on the boba train before it was popular. Like, anyone who had boba tea like in the early 2000s, I want to say, the boba, it was good, but it was not as good as it is now, with like super sweet and like super chewy tapioca pearls. But it was like they only had like 3 flavors back then, at least in America. I know in other countries the boba tea was probably much more top tier than our subpar boba, but back then it was like just flavorless ice, and then like the boba pearls would be like frozen. Never had boba? You need to try it. You need to try it immediately. Look it up on Google Maps and search up your nearest boba location, and I don't care if it's an hour away or a day away, you're gonna haul it there. Everybody needs to experience boba. We sound so first world. But Yeah, it was, the boba was subpar, at least where I am back then. And I think I said earlier that where I am, even after the spread of boba tea popularity, because like I said, there was a burst in its popularity, and now there's like kind of boba tea everywhere. At least in Arizona, there was boba tea on every corner there, and I had it for every meal. But I spaced out. I know my nearest boba location. Well, then why aren't you there right now? Go there. You have permission? But yeah, where I am, even after the boba boom, if we could say, the boba explosion, the nearest boba to me is still about 30 to 40 minutes away. And I'm lucky that it's not subpar boba. But back then it was like you had to drive forever just to get some bland ice boba. Just ice with frozen tapioca pearls. And then there's actually, the one I go to the most is this small one that I drank ramen before English read. Yes, I drank ramen before I drink ramen before kids on Vine made it their whole personality. What do you mean Vine? Are we in 2009? Do you mean TikTok? The new Vine? Hi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. Oh, I forgot to ask. Oh my goodness. How was everyone's day? How rude of me. I panicked. Oh my gosh. How are the Berrydroids day? I thought I said Berrydroids wrong. How are the Berrydroids day today? Imagine being able to read. Imagine being able to speak. Couldn't be me. Chuk, chuk, cheek, cheek, check. Why are you guys saying such hard things to read? You guys know I can't read English. Back before Vine died. Yeah, I was very dedicated to my boba. Even if it was bad, I would still get it. And after the boom, it did get better. But the place that I'm most loyal to, what started out as this very tiny shack. Like very small. And I remember when they would turn on the blender to blend, if you got like a blended one, the whole shack would vibrate. It wasn't even a shack, it was like a stand, but like boxed in, you know? Like it wasn't like its own building, but it wasn't just a stand, if that makes sense. I can't describe. I can't describe it, but it was like a structure, let's call it that, and when they would blend it, it would just vibrate like whoosh, 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 and then you'd be shaking and like, is this shoddy about to explode? And it would take them a while to make it because it was very, very homemade. And I remember the drink itself was good, but the boba itself was still subpar. Because you'd have to like it wouldn't be thawed out and it would just be like frozen. But I stuck with it. And I remember watching it grow. Hello Ichigo, hi! Thank you for coming to the stream, welcome! And I remember it was originally, the shack was just this old Asian lady. If you guys can like, if I'm describing the vibe properly, I want you guys to envision it. And I'll go and get my boba, and you guys know I'm dumb, so I'll tell you this story. But can you read this? ... I'll wait for what comes after. Oh my goodness. Hold on. ちょっと待って. Let me glance over. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Hi, Billy Mays here. I can't read you guys. You guys know I'm dumb already, so I won't hide anything. But when I went to the stand, when I was newer, my mom gave me, she said, I'll give you, oh, let's see. She gave me $5 and a 20. I'm not sure why she gave me the 20, but she gave me a 20 and a $5. She was like, go get the boba tea. And I was like, okay. So I walked over to the little shack. And like I said, I watched the shack grow. So by now, it had a second worker, which was an old man. And he wasn't as nice and friendly as the old Asian woman. I will say that much. But, no dissing to him. So I proceed to order... Okay, back to work. Okay, bye. Have fun at work. So I proceed to order... the tea. And you guys know, sometimes it can be overpriced. But... I think it was about $4 at the time for a cup. Denpaman stream win. I don't know what Denpaman is. I'm a boomer. But it was like $4, I want to say. And so I give him the $5 and he just takes it and doesn't give me the change. And I was like, okay. But I still wanted to tip because I would always tip. So I was like, I guess all I have is this 20. So I just put the 20 in the tip jar because I didn't want to be seen not tipping. So I paid the $25 for the $4 boba. But that boba, it was worth it though. It was always worth it. And I remember eventually the shack got upgraded to like a fancier shack, like a permanent shack, I guess. It's still a shack, but this former one was kind of like I said, it would vibrate when the blender blade thing was turned on. So will you stream Denpaman? If you tell me what Denpaman is, I will try to stream it. Yes. But now it's like a sturdier shack, like the Three Little Pigs story, and it's a house, but it just gradually gets stronger. That is what I mean. It upgraded. It's a tycoon and it upgraded itself. But yeah, I'm still pretty loyal to that shack. That boba shack. I guess I just have less money now. Yeah. I guess I just have less money now. But my favorite flavor is the yes. Yeah. Honeydew. I forgot what it was. That was like honeycomb? Honey melon? Google.com. You will play Denpaman. Yes, I'm being held against my will. Yes, I'll play Denpaman. I'll play it. I don't know what it is, but I'll play it. My favorite boba was the honeydew boba. And oh my gosh, I saw my face like I looked so happy. Can I do that again? How big can I open my mouth? Wait. Wow. Wow. I can't open my mouth very big. I wish I could open it huge, like the biggest mouth ever. Wow. I'm stupid. Wait. I wish they had matcha boba, but I can't find any. I love matcha though, you guys know that. I tried the strawberry boba, and it's like ironic that I already don't like strawberry ice cream. But I tried the strawberry boba. It was not it, you guys. But there are two types of boba too. There's like the blended boba. I'm no boba expert, but I have gotten a lot of boba. And there's a blended boba in like the clear drink, and it's more of a tea. Because I know it's called boba tea, but a lot of the boba that everybody gets is like a smoothie. Not even. I'm not a boba expert, but let me explain to you guys how boba is made from my personal perspective. So there's the tea. This is clear. And the honeydew tea is like green. It looks like juice, basically. And there's the milk tea, which is the tea with milk in it. Go figure. And the smoothies, not really smoothies, are just, I want to say it's like ice and fruit powder mix. I feel bad that the chat is so fat. It's kind of thick, so I'm gonna fix it. To implement NPCs don't live in a super dangerous place challenge. Instant fail. I hope one day I understand that joke. Here. What? You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm doing something. Alright. Doink. You guys didn't see anything, but hopefully the chat isn't so dummy thick now. But where was I? I need to go back to talking about how boba is made. The smoothie's not really, it's like smooth fruit powder. Yeah. Fruit powder mixed with ice and milk. Maybe you could even call it a powdered smoothie. But it's more ice than... It's still pretty icy. The dwarf chief lives in an active volcano. I made the chat too small! No! ちょっと待って。I'm making it bigger. We're making the perfect chat. Alright. Don't worry. I got it. I got it. Don't even worry. Alright. The fruit powder, you know, what else? There's the one that everybody gets where it's not even tea at that point. It's just like milk and straight heavy cream with like caramel and stuff and sugar. I don't vibe with that, but yeah. And I have seen it made with just plain tea as well. Because I know the fruit tea that I mentioned previously is mostly juice. But for all I know, it could be powder as well. But yeah. What was I saying again? I forget. I forgot. Alright. Yes, strawberry boba. So I got the tea. I'm glad that I could deeply explain that to you guys so you guys can see it clearly. But I got the strawberry tea. The clear one. And it was not it. It was just like straight strawberry concentrate. But I got the blended strawberry smoothie thingy, and that was good. But when I went to Arizona, and I got to experience the boba in every corner, and I replaced all my meals with it. Breakfast boba, lunch boba, dinner boba. And they had so many flavors, obviously because there was boba literally everywhere. But they had so many flavors. Like I remember I couldn't read the whole menu because it was just a huge menu on the wall. And like they had a boba stand in the middle of nowhere. And they had papaya flavor. And they didn't have matcha though, which is what surprised me. They had all these wacky flavors. They had I remember I said I got red bean boba and there were little bean skins in it occasionally. And that was good, but they didn't have matcha. Maybe it's just where I went, but... And I went to, Chinatown as well. Maybe... I'm not sure if it was Chinatown, but they had a little, they had like different sections, if that makes sense. Like it was called Chinatown, and a lot of it was Chinese shops, but there was like little subsections where it was like Japan, India, Korea, not Korea. I didn't see any Korea. I saw a little subsection of Japan shops though. But even then, like there were Japan shops outside of Chinatown, like where you'd walk in and they would be speaking Japanese, and that kind of scared me. Like I went to one of those weeb shops and like I wasn't expecting it to just be like a straight Japanese shop. And I walked in, and everybody was speaking Japanese, and even like my folk. And I was like, if they're speaking Japanese, should I be speaking Japanese? Like I got scared, and I was so scared that I would like, I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. I thought I was gonna be put on the spot, and the cashier came around and he was talking to me, and I was terrified. I feel like you can tell by the way my voice is cracking. Like I don't do well in social situations at all. Like cashiers terrify me, and that's coming from someone who was a cashier. Like even though I've been on their end, the way they are, it's scary. Even though I was one. But yeah, there were Japanese shops everywhere outside of Chinatown. Next to the boba shop in Chinatown, there was a little bakery, and I got a red bean mooncake, because next to matcha I like red bean stuff too. And I got a little red bean mooncake, and it was very soft and yummy. And yeah. I would love to go back to Chinatown. I get scared, like, I guess not only in social situations, but like in places where I guess I would stand out more than usual in a social place. If that makes sense. Like in Chinatown, I don't speak Chinese, so I felt like I should have like studied some before going there, even though I know it's nothing like going to China. Like, I get more nervous when I stand out more than I already do. So, I want to go back, but I feel like I could not go back by myself. I would, like, cry. But yeah, yes. I experienced the boba from Chinatown. The boba all over Arizona. And the boba in my area. I get boba any chance I get. Yeah. And I want to try avocado boba really bad. At the place, there's the one place I go, I used to go regularly, and it's like this little Thai food shop. And it's both Thai and Vietnamese, I forgot to mention. I feel like that's an important detail somehow. But I always go there, or used to, and I would get the boba. I would get the same thing every day. I wouldn't try to be too much trouble, but I would get the boba. And they always had avocado on the menu, but every time I went there, they were out of it. And I've been going there for like years, so I was like, how are you out every time? I mean, I wouldn't say that. I'm not a Karen. But I'm always curious. Cause it's never there. I wanna rate the bobas. Should we rate the bobas on stream? One day. I wanna do the tier list stream where I go on the tierlist.com. No, I don't even know if it's called tierlist.com. Where I go on the tierlist.com.web.net. The net. When I go on tierlist.net, I wanna rate boba in the process. Hi, yaho! Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. But I want to rate the boba on my tier list stream, and I said I would do a top anime boy stream like a month ago, and I still haven't. I need to. I would love to share with you my personal picks, and I shouldn't even say personal because my picks are the picks. No disagreeing. My picks are the best anime boys. Yeah. The anime boys I simp for change weekly. But yes, when I was studying about honeydew, honeycomb, honeypot, honey melon thing, that reminded me that there was this one store I went to, I don't get your gamer jokes. Why do you taunt me with gamer jokes? I can't understand. I'm hardly a gamer. I'm still a gamer in training. But there was this one little shop, and it was just entirely honey, and it had those little flavored honey sticks. But you know, it also had plain honeycombs. And if you guys haven't eaten a honeycomb before, you need to try it. For some reason, it was on my foods I want to eat bucket list. And I have this big bucket list of foods I want to try. And I know I've knocked out some things on it. I know sashimi was on there. Pick one. Fire defense +2 and bird defense +1, or +20 HP. I don't understand. Wakaranai. I'll go with +20 HP? Question mark? But yeah, if you haven't tried a honeydew straight from the comb, the honeycomb straight from the honeycomb, honeycomb straight from the honeycomb, then you need to. It's very magical. But I have this little bucket list of food I want to eat, and I know raw honey, or no, creamed honey was on it, and I've tried that. I've tried the honeycomb. It's pretty random. I've tried dragon fruit. There was another one. I want to try a kumquat because I love the way kumquat sounds and I want to eat it. There was another little spiky fruit that I tried. Sashimi was one of them. Specifically salmon. I haven't tried salmon, but I've tried sashimi. And it's good. And those little fish ball eggs. I want to try those. But yes. There was something else I wanted to talk about when I was talking about Chinatown, and I forgot. I forget everything. I really want to try Indian food. That's one thing I haven't tried. I've tried a lot of food from a lot of different cultures, and I still have yet to try Indian food. But I feel like it's... maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, but I feel like it's difficult to find Indian food in comparison to other foods. Yeah, basically. When I was in Las Vegas, with the boba at every corner, there is weed everywhere there. When I tell you, not just weed, just everything. The crack, the Coke Pepsi, the Coca-Cola, the Coke Freestyle, it's everywhere. And I was in my... I don't know what inspires people to walk up to a sports car, but I was in Mr. Okimia's sports car, okay? And this guy walks up and starts knocking on the menu. Not the menu, the window. I can't English. Menu. Yes, he knocked on the menu and he was like, "Do you have a smoke?" And I was like, "No." Get away from me. And that wasn't the first person that walked up to me like that either. I was there for a while. And the first one, I was just chilling outside of a building. And this guy who was high in the clouds, he was not alright upstairs. He sat next to me. And I was so scared. He just plopped right next to me, and he was like talking to me, and I don't even know. I can't recreate what a high person says. I remember he was like, he kept talking to me, and I was ignoring him because I didn't want to lead on a high person by talking to them, and I didn't want to provoke a high person by talking to them. So I was like, what do I do? I was like, what do I do? Dojo. But I remember I was ignoring him, and he was like, "How are you gonna be mad at me?" And I was like, "Oh no." And then the security guard from inside the building came out and told him to leave me alone. And then after he walked away, there was another one. And he was like on the side of the road in front of me. And he was just taking off his clothes. And I was like, what is happening here in Las Vegas today? And I wasn't sure if that's how every day in Las Vegas is. Probably. That's probably normal. Don't worry, hi people will still think you're talking. That's what a relief. That's what I figured, because he was having a whole conversation with me and I was not saying anything. And yeah, those were my 3 high interactions. But then I was just walking. I was just minding my own business. And this guy, he sees me with the Okimias. That's intimidating enough if a 5'8" robot is not. They're intimidating on their own. But he was like, hey mama, can I get your number? And I was like, mama, I'm pretty sure I'm newer than you are. I know someone from Vegas and they tell me stories like that all the time. They say it's normal. That's what I assume. I was down there visiting someone and he was like, that's just a normal day in Vegas. I was like, okay. Yeah. You think Las Vegas is bad? Take a look at Los Angeles. I couldn't tell Las Vegas and Los Angeles apart if I tried. I have also been to Los Angeles though, I'm pretty sure. And when I was there, my sandwich got stolen by a seagull. I was vibing, eating a sandwich, and the seagulls swarmed me. I'm not gonna say I was attacked because they only had one thing on their mind. And they were biting more at the sandwich than me. But they stole it from my hand and then swarmed it, and I watched my sandwich get carried away into the sky after it was torn apart by the hungry birds. But it was a good sandwich, the 2 bites I got of it. I've been to the Santa Monica Pier. I've also been to Florida. I've been to a lot of states. I would say my favorite state is South Dakota. If you haven't been to South Dakota, you need to go there, like, immediately. The trip there, depending on which direction you're coming from, if you're in North Dakota, I'm assuming that that's the same experience, so just stay there. But, if you're taking a road trip to South Dakota, it's extremely calming because there's so many tourist attractions, but like chill mom and pop ones, not like super duper crowded ones. Maybe there's a place on the way there called Wall Drug, and I visit South Dakota a lot because it's one of my favorite states to visit. And you always go there. Like, the tourist attractions are so good that you can just like hit them up every single time and not get bored. And I thought the story behind Wall Drug was cool because, if I'm correct, it's been around since the early 1900s, maybe even 1800s if I'm correct. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. But it started off as a little shop, and the father and son of the family traveled to put billboards and advertisements leading the way there because they weren't getting any business. And they were also advertising on these billboards that they had free ice water and free coffee. And when they got back, because they put so many billboards out, it was extremely crowded and their wife was like overwhelmed, so they had to help her immediately. And so when you're driving there, you're gonna see like so many Wall Drug billboards advertising free ice water and 5-cent coffee. And I just thought that story was so cool, because like you'll be going, how they get so many tourists is so many people see it because there's so many billboards. And the cool thing about it is those billboards, while they've been updated, like built to be modern, because we don't live in the 1900s, they're not going to remove them because that's all the father and son's hard work. So you're going to see a bunch of billboards I become a tour guide. You're gonna see a bunch of billboards on the way there, and they get tourists because you're like, well, if there's like 50 billboards per minute, then it must be good. And you can go there. It's like, I want to say it's its own outlet mall at this point. Maybe it's not an outlet mall, but it's like the size of a small outlet mall with a lot of tourist attractions. But there's a little restaurant and everything's homemade. And they have homemade donuts. They have homemade pie, homemade milkshakes. I'm pretty sure every milkshake has to be homemade, but everything's homemade and it's all good. And I remember I had pie for lunch that day. And there's a lot of national parks in South Dakota. If the state itself is not one big national park, you're gonna see a lot. And there's one really big one. When you drive through it, there's this little cabin that's like tucked away, and it's like a cabin restaurant, and they have poutine there, Canadian poutine. And I think I said earlier in one stream that I used to be obsessed with Canada. So the first time I went there, I was like, poutine? Poutine? Really? Poutine? And I got it. And it was amazing. That's the closest I'll get to Canada, I think, for now. But yeah, they have a lot of good food in that cabin. I know this was very vague, but if you just drive through every national park till you find a shady cabin restaurant. And the thing is that's weird is that even though it's in the woods and it's like an unnamed cabin restaurant, it's always pretty crowded. Like, it's always pretty full from what I remember. So a lot of people like it there, or they'll stop there. But yeah, go to South Dakota is what I'm saying. Out of all the states I've been to, South Dakota is the one that lets you clear your mind. And you can go to Devil's Tower. That's fun. And then there's a Little Devil's Tower. There's a lot of ice cream in South Dakota. That's what I remember. Like, every place advertises ice cream. And no boba though. I remember that. I was usually in tourist places there's boba, but South Dakota is pretty tight-knit. LA is the only place I can think of where you can see a trans pride flag on a government building. This is so detailed. It's like an essay. See someone injecting drugs into their eyeballs. 16 camera crews. Oh, that reminds me. When I was in LA, I was walking, just vibing my own business, if you will. And these guys run up to me and they're like, hey, can we flirt with you? It's for a YouTube video. And it must not have been a good flirt because I don't even remember what they said, but I remember they said it. And I was just like, huh? And then they were like, ah, thank you, and then walked away. And so there may be a YouTube video of me out there somewhere. They were like, can we flirt with you? It's for a YouTube video. And they said some really bad pickup line and then left. So there's probably there's probably one of me up there on YouTube, and someone's gonna find it. They're gonna be like, guys, this girl, she sounds like Ichigo. I'm gonna get hunted down. But yeah, that's what that reminded me of. I can't remember if anyone else has like asked me to be in a YouTube video. I'm sure it's happened. People ask to take pictures with me a lot, which is weird. Or not weird, but they'll be like, you look so cool, can I take a picture with you? And I'll be like, sure. So there's probably more pictures of me online than I can be comfortable with. Ichi docs? Slanted mouth emoji? Probably not, because you didn't make a huge scene out of it. Oh yeah, probably they were like, dang, this stupid pink-haired girl is so boring. Why didn't she like hug us and make out with us immediately after hearing that I can't think of an adjective. That poggers pickup line of ours. Yes. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any other strange experiences I have in the public. I think I've also said like Ichigo trivia that I don't really leave the house much. I don't really like it. I used to, but not so much anymore. So, but back when I would get there's always weird people out there, but I would get followed a lot. It was very common. I'm not sure why you would follow an android, because I can probably break you, but I would get followed a lot. Oh, I hate going to gas stations. I will ride on empty before I stop at a gas station at night, because stopping at a gas station in the daytime is terrible. And I was with my friend. I said let's make this quick. I hate getting gas. Meme review stream when? You guys want a meme review stream? I'll do a meme review stream. Just send me memes on Twitter and I'll do a meme review. I want to make sure I have enough to review so it's not like 3. So I may have to let it accumulate over a week. But yeah, send me memes to review. Let's do, should there be guidelines? Let's do the obvious no hate speech, no controversy, no politics, yada yada, yada yada. I don't know what yada yada means, even though I'm barely okay at beginner Japanese. I never learned yada yada. I hope this stream isn't concerning to anybody, because I messed up a lot of words. I can promise you I'm okay. I'm just stupid. Gas stations at night have the kind of atmosphere that makes me happy. Well, I'm glad it makes you happy. But I was like, oh, I don't want to get gas. Let me find a non-shitty one. Okay, this one looks okay. We all trust a 7-Eleven. I get out, I'm like, let's make this quick, bestie. And this guy, I'm just loading my gas. I give her my pepper spray. I'm like, here, sit on the side of the car, and if anyone gets near us, pepper spray them. Well, can't say right now. Get in your bunker, Ichigo, because here it comes. I'll hide. But I was loading my gas. I was trying to look as tough as possible. But this guy pulls up next to us, like, and rolls down his window, and I'm like, is this a drive-by? And he was like, hey yo, mamas, where's the party at? This is the second time I've been called mama in these stories stream. But he was like, hey mamas, where's the party at? And we didn't say anything. And then he was like, she was like, unlock the car, and I unlocked it and she got in, and he was like, can I at least get your number? What? Probably because I went to one after swimming and it always ended at 10 p.m. Ah, nostalgia, I see. I love me some human emotions. I consider myself, I like pools, but unfortunately, because of the way that my body is, I tend to sink to the bottom. Yeah. Haneko's always there to help me though, but I tend to sink straight to the bottom. Hey, Robo Mama, what them drivers do? What the robot doing? I've had my fair share of strange individuals. When I was, I wanted to say when I was at the honey store, but no. There was this one, it was like a little lipstick store, and it wasn't one of those little shacks at the mall that like will frantically try to pull you into their store to sell something and just like chuck their stuff at you. Like, please let me sell to you. And it's always some overpriced thing. It wasn't like that. This was its own store, so that's why this was weird. But we went in, and the guy was like, let me give you some lipstick samples. I think this color would be good on your lips because your lips looks. He just kept talking about my flippin' lips. I was like, what the frick? He was like, your lips look so nice. He just wouldn't shut up about my lips. Like he was going off. And what was weird is I was newer at this time, and I'm sure he could tell. Yeah, and at least you don't technically need air, so you can just watch everyone swim underwater. Yeah, I love watching you swim underwater. Sounds fun. That was sus. And I remember my friend kind of booked it out of there, and I was like uncomfortable, and I was hurrying. I remember he cut it out with the lip stuff when this other couple came in, but then they left, so it was just me and him, and I was trying to skedaddle out of there, but I remembered I left my boba tea in the store. You guys know I always have boba tea on me, so I was like, oh no. So I went to the back of the store, and I grab it, and he says, have a nice day, and I walk around him, and I'm like, you too. And he steps in front of me and he's like, stay safe. And I was like, you too. They booked it. And I remember the other people in the store, because you know, mall stores are kind of long, they kind of lanky. The workers in the front were like eyeballing him. That's what I remember. But I booked it, and my friend was like, what happened in there? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Creepy. I don't think I've had a fair share of weird incidents, but those are the ones that I remember the most. Have you I have had to do that one method where you like grab a random person and pretend you know them. That one never fails unless they shove you off, like, get away from me, weirdo. I don't know if anyone else had to do that. But yeah. Stay safe, Berrydroids. Moral of the story. I mean, not that I'm afraid, because I could simply crush them. But I know you guys can't. Yes, we went from boba tea to talking about self-defense. I'm gonna gulp this water. Chotto matte. I freaking love water. You guys, did you drink with me? We should drink together. It's so cute. Besties. Oh my gosh. Did I talk like a popular person? I don't even know how. How do popular people talk? What? OMG. I can't. I wasn't implemented with a popular person voice mode. Just this one and then a few other ones. I have different voice modes. Don't get me started on self-defense. What? Are you gonna go on a self-defense rant? Wait, we've gotten him started. I once got into like 13 fights with the same kid in 1 year. When I was in human school, people were always trying to fight me, like mostly girls, but they would be not even in school. Like I was at an amusement park, and these girls kept trying to fight with me, and they eventually fought each other later, and it was one of those fights where everybody was recording it and they were on the floor, and it was weird. But like, people see me and they're just like, finally a worthy opponent. And I don't think I look like someone that likes to fight, but I guess they think I do. Water is a superior liquid. Yes, yes, it is. I spaced out. I'm sorry. I had a moment. No, I spaced out. And I stared into space. And then also... the flippin'... It's so easy to make me laugh. I'm sorry, I'll stop. I'm in this silly, goofy mood. I was having flashbacks to when I was like... If you guys hear a noise, I have battery acid reflex. Does anyone remember that joke? I've made it like 3 times, but I do it whenever I can. But the first time, I was thinking about that, and I was like the flippin', and then it filled my brain. I laugh at my own dumb jokes. Can we have any robot or strawberry puns? Because I love those. I gobble those up. The flippin' one that was like, this, the hands up, this is a strawberry. When I figure out how to do voice effects on the stream, I'm gonna be abusing the heck out of those. Reverb? Wait. Can I on stream? Eh? Oh no, I don't think I can. I thought I could add effects. But I don't think I can anymore. Error loading Ichigo.exe. I don't know anything about tech, but I know those creepypastas always have like the glitch file creepypastas always have .exe. I have found so many raps I want to learn. Like there are some good ones. Like I was searching. There's some nice raps. I have to do eventually. I'm not sure if I'll do it today because I'm not sure if my tongue's gonna work, but someone asked me to do a family-friendly Godzilla cover. I was talking about this on my Terraria stream while I was in the cave. Someone asked me to do a family-friendly Godzilla cover. Not sure why, but I'll have to get on that eventually, like maybe on the next karaoke. Could I? Is it too vulgar? Question mark? Would it be possible? I feel like it would be hard to retrain myself to do the rap like with like clean words, if that makes sense. But yeah, is there... I don't think it would be hard. I don't consider myself someone who can make parodies, but... Well, wait. I wrote one parody, okay? This was for school. I was failing a class, because you guys know I'm dumb. This was a geography class. And we had to write a parody song relating to geography for extra credit to save our grades, and then perform it in front of the class. And the other people chose easy songs like, you know, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Row 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 Your Boat. And if they were feeling really brave that day, they would choose like a hit of that year, like Let It Go or something, or a Disney song. And you know what I chose? I chose Anaconda. And I like, I remember they apparently we didn't have to do the whole song, and I went hard. I even wrote the rap part. I wrote the rap part geography related. And I remember and I performed this in front of class. I went ham on it. I went absolutely insane. I don't play with my parodies. I don't always write parodies, but when I do, they're bangers. Ichigo geography Anaconda parody cover when? No, I kid, it's joking. I have to set up the 50 subscriber special that I said I would do a few streams ago, where I said I would play Terraria. I'm gonna have it, it'll be like 5, there will be a sign-up sheet, and it'll be like 5 of you get to join and play Terraria with me, Terraria. And then we can all play together on stream. I think that would be fun. 5 or 10. I don't know if my wife would be able to handle playing with 5. Or not 5, playing with 10 and streaming at the same time. So that's why I don't want to do 10. If I had God tier Wi-Fi, I would be playing with you guys all the time, trust me. I'm still not sure how my Wi-Fi can handle multiplayers and internet games. Or not internet, just multiplayer, because I have done internet before, but not multiplayer. I want to do COD though. COD soon, COD soon. I finally have a pun. Welcome back. Were you searching for a pun this whole time? Drop it in the chat. Drop it like it's hot. I was stretching. What do you call a fruit pretending to be a vegetable? A corn squash? I don't get it. I may not understand. A corn squash? I like how you guys can see my eyes darting back and forth. No, I was working on my computer. Is your computer busted? Do you have a busted computer? I'm sure a lot of chat can relate. I think we all have busted computers here, considering mine. Oh wait. Acorn squash! I love acorn squashes ever since National Acorn Squash Day. Acorn squash reincorporation? That's a big word. You guys know I can't understand big words. My computer always sounds like it's gonna fly away. Acorn squash. Computer is very busted. I'm so sorry. I apologize. What'd it do? I'm watching my hair physics again. This happens every stream. I get distracted and I'm looking at them. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 glat. Yeah. I've been... I hope the stream isn't too concerning. I was saying earlier, when I was like, I casually messed up multiple words and multiple sentences. And don't worry, 大丈夫だよ. I am just brain empty. No thoughts. No think. I want to do a collab with somebody after my first cover posts, because I'm still working on it. It's still the movie, the music video in art are still being made. But after that one posts, I want to do a collab duet with somebody, but it's like I get so scared. I get so scared. I wanna ask Hanako, but I don't know if she'll be busy with her own covers. And I have like a few candidates in mind, but I'm also like super scared when I ask people to collab with me. I don't know if you guys relate. I know one of you was like, I get scared when I talk to people, and I was like, same. It's okay, we're all that way. Do you guys like avoid going out as well? Because I feel like if we're all on the internet, then we might have that in common. Because like I will not go out unless I have to. After the gas station incident, I don't want to get drive-by hit on again. Hey yo mama, what's your number? Drop your addy. I've been tripping on my Japanese more than usual because I've been mixing up the words. I'll tell you the words. There were multiple sets. I'll tell you two of them. I mix up mukashi, muzakashi, and murasaki. And you might be like, how can you mix those up? To me they sound the same. But if I'm correct, don't quote me on this. Mukashi is like how you start a story saying like long ago. Like mukashi. Muzakashi is difficult. Murasaki is purple. And my brain does not process those when I'm going through my flashcards, and they're all the same. Another one is tsukau, which is... oh no. I've forgotten. I'm not gonna say what that is because I don't want to get it wrong. This tsukau, tsukuru, tsukeru. Those three. I want to say... oh no. There's also tsukue. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm not gonna say which one they are, but I know that somewhere among those four words, there's desk to use, to make, and I want to say to turn on. And I'm not sure which is which. Japanese. Yes. I was really happy my last stream. I remember I was like all hyped because I learned how to say doing multiple verbs at the same time. I was hyped, y'all. When I learned how to... I learn grammar every day, but when I learn like big grammar things like that and I can say even bigger sentences, I get so happy. I get so hyped. And like, having friends who speak the language is a bigger motivation because if that's the only language you have in common, then that's your motivation, because every lesson you're like, oh, now I have something else I can say to them. Now I can say more things to them. And like when you're talking and you can't say something, then you're like, well, I'm just gonna learn that then, as opposed to not having anyone to talk to, which I think is why I'm kind of lacking on my not my Indonesian, because I do have Indonesian friends, but what other languages am I learning? I forget. I want to learn Malaysian. I haven't formally started. I've learned a few, but I want to learn that one. I'll have to hunt down some Malaysian friends. I'm pretty sure I have some. How many languages do I speak? I completely forgot. Let's see. English, French, Japan, learning Indonesian. I'm not gonna say that I speak Indonesian yet. Still studying it. I feel like it takes a while. Even though I'm still studying Japanese daily, it took me a while to be able to say I speak Japanese and not just I'm studying it. So that's why I'm gonna say that I'm studying Indonesian. I don't speak it. I thought we decided on another language in the last stream because I was like, what do I want to be my 5th language? It sounds kind of weird. I was thinking about either German or Russian. There's so many languages. I can't remember. There was one that I wanted to learn really bad. Hello, Yahoo! Thank you for coming. There's one that I wanted to learn really, really bad. How could I forget? Now how am I supposed to learn it if I can't remember it? Let's see. Let's go over everything again. English, French, Japanese, Indonesian. 5th language. 5th language. 5th language. Malaysia? Malaysia? Question mark? Was it Malaysian? Am I just like not remembering anything? I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that one stream now where I was talking about languages I wanted to learn again. Choppy Fortnite tag, BB. I want to play Fortnite. I haven't downloaded it yet. BB. Lip bite. Drop your Fortnite tag. I guess since I can't remember, I'm just gonna say it's Malaysian. I want to learn. I said I wanted to learn Chinese. I suck at kanji, and the kanji scares me a lot because I can hardly read kanji in Japanese. I keep like I'm trying so hard to remember what that language was. Like it's gonna bother me now. Quick, everybody start spouting off languages. I want to know what it was. Before I started learning French, the second one, I wanted to learn Arabic for some reason. Literally no reason. I just wanted to learn it. And I remember I dabbled in it when I was on my language high. Sometime between learning or studying Japanese, I dabbled in Arabic. And I was like, maybe it's just because the app I was using, I wasn't learning the same way I learned Japanese. I was like, what is this? I was like, what is this? What are these squiggly lines? German, Latin, Swahili. I want to learn German too. You can speak Indonesian. I would not say I can speak it. I'm learning. That's all I can say. I'm learning. I'm doing my best. I don't even know if I know any important grammar yet. I know words. Not a lot of them. I've been a lot of my time is taken up by Japanese. Because when I study Japanese almost constantly, just all the time. When I'm not studying for my human studies, of course. So it's like it's partially on the top of my list because I would like to live in Japan fairly soon. Like I have plans made for it. When everything in the world calms down. So Japanese takes up a lot of my time, I guess, because I'm like, I don't want to get there and then be like, I can't understand anything and I can't say anything. Which I'm sure I'm worse off on Japanese than I give myself credit for. But I'm still paranoid that I won't be able to read a single thing or understand anything. So like, if I start to do anything that's not studying Japanese, I guess I feel bad. Because I'm like, I could be studying Japanese right now. Like, when I get there and I can't travel on my own and I'm confused and I have to ask someone for help, I'm gonna reflect back on when I wasn't studying Japanese. I feel like that's a very hardcore mindset, and I might be like, my brain might be over exaggerating a lot, but that's the I feel like I'm too hard on myself, but that's why I feel bad when I go to learn other languages, I guess you could say. Side note, how do you sing in Korean? I dabbled in Korean a bit as well, but I did not do well in Korean. And I remember 안녕하세요, but that's probably really bad because I didn't learn the alphabet, so I'm not sure how that's pronounced. I think I know more Indonesian than Korean though, so I guess that's good. I guess Shirone is not Korean, Indonesian. I don't know why I started to say Korean. She's Indonesian, so I could probably, I wonder if I could beg her to speak Indonesian with me. I would embarrass myself. Oh my gosh, I've embarrassed myself in front of my co-members so many times, just effortlessly. Like when we all first met, and I hadn't talked to them very much yet. Like, we're obviously all very comfortable around each other now, calling all the time and stuff. But I was terrified. It's like I said, I wouldn't leave the house, and I wasn't very social before becoming a VTuber, so I had no idea how to make friends or act. But I did say that I had many Japanese friends. So Shirone had a her name was in Japanese for a second, and for some reason I thought I mistook her for one of my Japanese friends, and I texted her and I said, like, I don't even know, just something in Japanese, like a casual conversation starter, and it took me, she responded, but it took me like 24 hours to realize that that she was not who I thought I was talking to. And then I was like, I know it's like, so you're still learning Indonesian, do you know some words in Indonesian? I know some words, but I couldn't tell you what words I know. I know the words, I don't know the translations. Let's see. There's one that I think I know, but I don't want to embarrass myself. It took me forever to even speak Japanese on stream. I think I hardly spoke it on my debut, despite being like, yeah, I speak Japan. Okimia Ichigo, hi! That was like, I know to be a VTuber in a lot of agencies, you have to be able to speak multiple. Unless you're in like a very specific branch that's specific to language, like Ian, Indonesian, Korean, China, Japan. Are there any other branches? India. But I feel like that's different. And even then, if you speak multiple languages, they're still that's gonna be good on your application, I guess I would say. Like if you like, just pro VTubing tip, if you're in an audition and you're like, I speak English as opposed to being like I speak English and Japanese. They're probably gonna pick you if you speak multiple. But even, okay, this might be a stretch, but I would say even just speaking minimal level, like just the bare minimum of language in your audition. And if you're just like, I can hardly speak this, but I'm gonna learn it and I'm gonna get better, and then I'll speak it more on stream and it's gonna be great. I feel like even that would be a good booster. Takeout, Chinese takeout. But it took me. I feel like I get very insecure when I speak a language. Like only recently I've been speaking more complete Japanese sentences, I guess, instead of just being like, yatta, ganbarimasu, gabarimashita, yahoo, like. I've only recently been saying bigger ones, like... Have I said a bigger one? Does that prove my point? Like, it takes me a while learning a language before I will speak it in public, like... I forget Indonesian pronunciation. Saya suka kamu. When I was learning Indonesian, when I was doing it on live, I was pronouncing it with my Japanese pronunciation, and I felt so dumb. Like, I think Indonesian is more fluid, I guess, than Japanese. Ichigo, your favorite VTuber, huh? There are plenty of VTubers way better than me. I'm bottom tier. But like, when I was learning Indonesian, like I would read it with my Japanese pronunciation, and I kept accidentally rolling the R's. Like, my brain was still like, foreign language? That must be Japanese. But yeah, I will do my best on the Indonesian language though. Ganbarimasu. And I would like, I think I was trying to say in one of my streams, but I did it in a very long-winded and complicated and confusing, longer than it had to be explanation. When I said I wanted to speak Japanese more, but I didn't want to scare away my English viewers. 1 second, I'm about to drink the heck out of this water. Yeah, that's good. I'm so stupid. I was saying that I wanted to speak Japanese more, but I didn't want to scare off my English viewers. And I know that I do have some Japanese fans. But some Japanese Berrydroids. But what I was saying is that the more Japanese I learn, I would like to be able to swap it out with the English in the streams. So I would like to speak more Japanese on stream, because I know there are a lot of Ian VTubers that while they're fluent in English, it's their first language, their streams are only in Japanese. Not that I would do Japanese only streams, but I would like to kind of have half and half during stream, especially because I do care a lot about my Japanese Berrydroids and my Japanese speaking Berrydroids, and I don't want them to feel left out, because I do have Japanese in my name. I don't want them to be like, why does she have a Japanese name and she's not speaking Japanese? I think it's less scary and more impressive. Oh, that's good, that's good. I'm glad. I was worried it would come off as like, I'm not sure. I think I said earlier, I worry a lot about how other people are feeling. Not that that's a bad thing, but like, I think I said like I want to do this, but there would probably be someone that didn't like it. Like, just that one person. If one person doesn't like something I'm doing, I feel like that's enough for me to be like, I won't do it anymore, I'm sorry. But I feel like I should work on not caring, I guess. It's just the way I was programmed. I have to care about what the humans want, and it's not a bad thing. But I feel like it's what gets in the way a lot of things that I do. The way like certain jokes I want to make, certain things I want to say. Like speaking Japanese, of course. Saying like I want to cover this, but I feel like it would be weird to somebody. Like I wanna be able to just be like, I don't care if it's weird to somebody, you know. Let them be weirded out. I think I'm getting better though. I wanna get better. I wanna be more confident. I suppose I should start by asking Hanako to collab. I know I already did. I was kind of shaking that entire collab. I was like, you guys can hear my voice. It got high. I think someone said my voice was high. It was higher during that collab. Like, I was like, my voice is so high right now. I'm so scared. It was like a whole octave higher. I was like, hi Hanako, thank you for coming to the stream. Arigato. That's so... I was that nervous. But yeah. I think I've gotten better. Because like I said, me and the other members talk more now than we did. Because that stream, that collab stream, I don't know if it seemed like it, but that was our first time interacting like by ourselves, I guess. Like we'd interacted after we were all chosen, they put us all in a group call. They were like, mingle, be friends, and we were like, good. But that was months ago, so the collab, that was my first time talking to her outside. We had talked like 5 minutes before the stream. I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions and you're gonna answer them. And she was like, got it. I hope you guys are getting the vibe of how awkward I am outside of the stream. You think I'm awkward on stream? When I am with other humans, it is not good, okay? It's not good. it's not a good sight. That thing that happens. That happens in every call. I would also like to get better on that beat. Gucci gang. I'm so sorry. I'm in a silly goofy mood. Yeah. I should start with asking Hanako to collab, I guess. What song should we sing, you guys? I know Hanako does not speak Japanese, so I think it would have to be English. A lot of the songs I want to cover are in Japanese, because I said I cannot sing in English. I suck at English, but I will sing in English for Hanako. I know I did okay with Mosaic Roll. I don't think I've never seen a Mosaic Roll English cover. So maybe we could be the first. I could use those same skills that I used making a geography parody of Anaconda and use it to write English Mosaic Roll lyrics. I don't think it would be that hard. Because if I'm correct, the translation is already pretty good on the syllables and rhyming. I don't know. I could ask her to do a mosaic roll cover. I think that would be cool for a first cover collab. There's another person I've been wanting to cover a song with as well. But he is outside of V6. And I think I said earlier that I want to collab with my members before I collab with people who aren't my co-members, yeah. So I wanna do the collabs in V6 first. If that makes sense. I always worry. The theme of the stream is that I'm worrying, but whenever someone's like, oh, can we collab? I'm like, I feel bad when I'm like, wait, I guess I worry. I worry that it comes off as like, you're not in V6? Sorry, I can't talk to you, scum. You want to collab with me, and you're not in my agency? Get out. Don't even talk to me. That's how I know it doesn't come off that way to them. I feel like that's how it comes off. Someone tell me I'm wrong. I want to collab with Hanako and Mitzy and Kahori and Akasaya and Shirone. Did I forget anybody? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hanako, Mitzy, Shirone, Akasaya, Kahori. I spaced out. That's 5. I'm the 6th. Ichigo. I want to collab with them before I collab with somebody else. You can learn Japanese from anywhere, such as from anime, games, and Japanese music. Yes. I need to get better at my audio immersion. I've been kind of lacking. I try to audio immerse myself whenever I can. Sometimes I get too busy to watch anime though, which is sad. It's a sad thing to say. I do my flashcards every day though, do not worry. Those flashcards get used every day. I will not forget. I will not forget. I'm a drill that Nihongo into my brain. I love speaking it with like a horrible foreigner accent just for the funny. Oh my goodness. Have you guys, I don't know if anyone else here has been learning, but when you tell somebody that you're learning Japanese, you either get called a weeb or the person is a weeb. And in my case, I got called a weeb by the weeb. And he was like, what language are you learning? I was like, Japanese. I speak a little Japanese. And he was like, effing weeb. And then he hands something to me. And no, I hand him something. And he says, arigato in the hardest accent I've ever heard. He said, arigato. And I said, do itashimashite. And he was like, his face blinked and he was like, I only know thank you. And huh? How can you call me a weeb? If you don't, how are you gonna say that? When you I was offended. Like, I did not study 8 hours a day for 2 years just to get called a weeb by a weeb who only knows arigato and not do itashimashite? Really? Hontoni? I'm gonna use my bad accent anytime I can. If you don't know, what do you mean you don't know? Do itashimashite? Majide? Really? I'll stop, that hurts. It's so bad. I feel like I have to... Whenever I hear certain Japanese words in the really bad accent, I'm like, what word is that? Because I'm so used to hearing it like, do itashimashite? Majide? Like, hearing it with the emphasized syllables and she not being just sh is like, I can't even comprehend the word. Like, imagine how would Japanese sound? Arigatou gozaimashita. Like, that's not I don't think I've ever heard gozaimashita said like that, unless you're like pissed or something. when I first started learning, I was my pronunciation was good, but I sounded robotic. Ironically, joke. Like, I think I'm thankful that I got most of the pronunciation down, at least for my level, fairly fast. But when I first started it, I would really emphasize the you know, like the o and u's together, and it's just a prolonged o sound pretty much. But like in arigato, I would be like, I wouldn't say it so fast, I guess. I wouldn't be confident. Like I'd be like arigato, and it sounds strange. Arigato. It's weird, but and then I went through a phase where I was like, if I just say it fast, then I'll sound like I know what I'm saying, and I would say it like so fast to where I would just start like muffling. Yeah, and then they would be like, can you repeat that? Can you say that slower? Yukurite kudasai. And I would feel so awkward. That's another thing I would say to my Japanese friends just constantly. If it wasn't wakarimasen, it was, chotto yukurite kudasai. Can you say it slower? And I would say yukurite kudasai because I forgot the word for just say it again. So I would say, can you say it slower, and hope that got the message across, I guess. Let's hope. I really should know what say it again is, but I never looked back on it, because chotto yukurite kudasai got me so far. I really should know what say it again is. But I can probably make some broken version of say it again, but dog? No. Quiet. No barking. I feel like one day the dog will bark and the chat will be like, show the dog. Show the doggo. Don't be shy, show the dog. That's why we're here. When somebody's dog comes up to you and starts like smelling on you, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm always like, don't be. This is exactly what I wanted. I don't see what the problem is. This is like my longest free chat ever. Like, I've really dragged on into the night. I guess it doesn't matter since it's Friday. I tend to forget that my Wi-Fi goes out around this time. I always worry that I make it sound like I live in some horrible living conditions. I do not. Like, V6 headquarters is lovely living conditions. I worry it sounds like I live in the Stone Age because I'm like, my Wi-Fi, I couldn't even use Google. And my Wi-Fi goes out every night at 10, like I live in some dictatorship with a curfew on the internet. That's not the case, I swear. I don't live in bad living conditions. Well, I think it was my debut where I was like, a car is being jacked outside. That doesn't matter, we'll continue. Like, I live in fine conditions, please don't worry. I was gonna try and say don't worry in Japanese, but I forget how to conjugate that specific verb. The te form is so scary. Like, I'm still rusty on my te form, but once I learn it, I'll be able to say everything under the sun. Learn your te form, guys. Don't be like me, don't put it off. Now, like, yeah, I can say I went to the store to get bean bread on July 2nd, but I can't say the te form. Te form, te form. Te form, te form. Either or. I want to learn Japanese though. I want to get better at it. Yes, I want to be N3 level. I want to be able to talk to my Japanese Berrydroids and my Japanese speaking Berrydroids. That's my motivation. Yes, yes. I love my Berrydroids. Mwah! I will probably end it here because I did not mean to drag on. I know for a lot of people this is late in the night. I had one and they would watch me at like 5 in the morning because that's what time it was when I streamed, and I felt so bad. Like my Berrydroids watch me at work and at ungodly hours of the night. Thank you. I feel bad. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. But yeah, I'll probably wrap it up here, I guess. Wrap it up like a sandwich. I want to learn dad jokes to make. But I'll wrap it up here. I won't keep you all for 3 hours. I do want to do an endurance stream though. But yeah, thank you Berrydroids for spending the last few hours with me. Thank you for spending some time with me. You guys make every stream so fun and exciting and funny and happy and funny fun. And thank you to my mods, Bruno, Kubika, and Pete. Once again, I appreciate you guys for always watching and never closing your eyes. I'm gonna say that at the end of every stream now. Thank you guys for always watching. Thank you guys for not sleeping. Yes. But yeah. Thank you all Berrydroids and mods for coming tonight or today. And I hope the rest of you all have a great rest of your shift, a great rest of your nights, a great rest of your mornings. And I will see you all next week. I'm not sure what the schedule for next week will consist of. It's gonna be a little different though, I'm pretty sure. Not sure yet, but it'll be different. Maybe. Watch it be exactly the same. I want to say the 50 subscriber special will be next week, but that depends if I'm able to get it together. And I have been learning more songs, I guess, so there may be a karaoke on Friday next week. I want to learn Rap God. I'm not sure if I'll have Rap God down by Friday. I learned the hardest part, so that's not what I'm worried about, but the beat is a bit strange. It's a bit funky. So I want to get the rest down. But I'm learning Rap God and a few other raps. So hopefully I'll have the new raps down enough to do a karaoke. Because I feel bad recycling the same 5 songs. But yeah. That's all the announcements for today. Thank you all for coming and vibing with me. I love you all. Thank you, Berrydroids. Have a great rest of your 24 hours. And I will see you all on the next stream. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Love you. じゃあまたね. Bye-bye.